am obsessed with Obsession. Curry Barker is the guy who does the YouTube channel That's a Bad Idea. Really funny guy. He's with the pipeline of people who go from comedy into horror. On top of going from comedy into horror, he's also part of the trend of YouTubers going into filmmaking, which is pretty exciting. I saw the Backrooms, which you can see the video for. It's somewhere on the channel if you want to see my thoughts on the Backrooms. I also saw Iron Lung. I saw that before I was doing these videos like this, so you just have to go to my letterbox for that one. Obsession. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. It's messed up. I remember walking away. When I came out of that movie, my hands were shaking. It was just really, really stressful. The premise is, it's this guy, Bear, this main character, Bear, played by Michael Johnston. He's got a crush on this girl, Indy Navarrete, and he doesn't know how she feels, and he's too much of an incel chud to say anything. So he snaps a one-wish willow to win his crush's heart. The wish comes true, and then chaos ensues. It's a pretty simple concept. What I like about this movie is it takes everything to the logical extreme. You know what I mean? It's like, there's no real twists or anything. There's nothing especially surprising about it, but I think that worked. That's not bad. I don't say that as a bad thing. I think that worked for the sake of the film. Everything that did happen, it was like really extreme. It was to the most extreme that it could possibly be. I'm gonna avoid talking about spoilers, but I will say the performances were freaking spectacular from everybody. Indy should win an award for this. The depth and the range that she has to pull off to be able to capture what she's doing in this movie is crazy. There's like moments where she's swapping between the Wish version of herself and the real version of herself. It's very creepy, and she does a lot of these weird faces. It reminds me of Jim Carrey sometimes. I like the way it's shot. I like these shots where it's like she's cast in this odd lighting and then there's this glint in her eyes. It's really, really odd, really uncomfortable. There's a scene near the beginning of the movie where she's like standing in the door of Bear's house and you can't really see her at all. And then the background is really well lit and then you just see the eyes. Her performance up there is like one of the best horror performances ever, up there with the mom in Hereditary. I haven't seen Hereditary. I want to though. This scene was really funny. She's at like a party and they're playing like Jenga drinking game or whatever. Bear pulls one that says kiss the person to your left, and then she pulls this look, and then she goes around and drags the chair and then sits next to him. Oh man, the vibes are crazy. And this is at like a party with a bunch of people. It was tense. I was nervous. I can't say much more about it without spoiling it. But it's a great movie. And I use this GIF all the time where she's like rolling her eyes here. This is like AI enhanced. You guys see that? This is an AI enhanced photo. I like how they don't even try to make Bear a good guy in this. Yeah, it's like at the beginning, there's a little bit of sympathy that you might have for him. Just because like, I feel like everyone can relate to, oh, I have a crush on this person and I'm too nervous to say. I think everyone can relate to that. But as the movie progresses and things just get weirder and weirder, it's just like, bro, you gotta lock in, you know? He doesn't even try to fix it. He doesn't even try to fix it. It's crazy. I give it 5 stars and a like. There's no issues for me. Nothing is glaring for me. I feel like they had a goal and they achieved the goal. And I think that's the best that anyone could do as far as, you know, making art goes. Where's my review? Show me. Never watching that shit again. Yeah, it scared me so bad. It scared me so bad. Naming him Bear is a strange stylistic choice to me. When Indy says the name, I thought it was like her doing a couple name thing. Okay, the main character's actual name is Baron, and Bear is his nickname. I also like it because it's like bears are cute and cuddly, but they're like predators, you know? Really, really cheap budget, $750,000, and it went crazy in the box office. 17 million opening weekend, 188 million US Canada, 286 million worldwide. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is just amazing. I love this. I love this. Isn't that awesome? I want more of that. And I hope that Curry Barker does more, and I hope that Indy does more. I know Indy's been in a lot of cool movies. She was in 13 Reasons Why, I think. I love all the YouTuber movies. Feels fresh. I agree. It's really punching Disney in the dick right now. Because Disney put out Mandalorian and Grogu, and it's like, no one gives a F. I'm not even going to go watch it. You won't be getting a review on this channel, because I'm not going to go watch that trash. Season 1 of The Mandalorian is fire. I really love Season 1 of Mandalorian. Speaking of big budget blockbuster vibes, that brings me to the next movie I'm going to talk about. Disclosure Day! Steven Spielberg is back! Steven Spielberg, known for his classics such as Jaws, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park. If you think you've seen a Steven Spielberg movie, you've probably seen a Steven Spielberg movie. I think everybody's seen a Steven Spielberg movie. He's just that guy. And he's back, and he's bigger than ever, and he's doing his thing. He's coming at you with a new blockbuster, sci-fi thriller, alien movie, and I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. I thought it was really dumb. I'm not gonna hate too hard. Let me start with what I did like, okay? Let me be positive. Let me be nice. It's shot pretty well. It's got these cool camera movements. I love this scene in particular. So freaking good. They're like in this weird chase. They're in like some kind of chase. They're posted up at a railroad crossing. Is this movie actually interesting aside from the fact that it's a Spielberg movie? Conceptually, it's interesting, but I don't think it sticks the landing. I'm going to get into it. First, I'm going to say what I like. This scene, they're posted up at a railroad crossing, and then whoever's chasing him, like, pulls up and smashes his car behind him and is, like, pushing him into a train. There's an action sequence ensues. Really heart-pumping and exciting and interesting. I think the CGI is, like, whatever. I don't think it's very good, but, like, it worked. I was stressed in the theater. After that, they go inside of the train car, and she's having a panic attack, and she's just completely freaking out. And this is Emily Blunt. Her performance is, so amazing, so amazing. I'm feeling for her, you know? And then they're in this car with all of these pianos around, and it's so beautiful with the light coming. It's so beautiful. Is Disclosure Day Christian? I got that impression from the trailers I saw in theaters. It's got something to say about belief, you know? It's got something to say about, like, if there's proof of aliens, how does that impact my belief in God? There's something to say about that. But that goes into stuff that I didn't like about it. I thought that part was kind of sloppy. I didn't really like that element of it. He was trying to say something, and it just wasn't working for me. Here's that good train scene I was talking about. Disclosure Day, more like mid-closure. True. See, maybe if Spielberg did some Happy Wheels Let's Plays before, he would have made something good. Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of the time, it's super campy. I think my biggest gripe with it, they have this info about aliens or whatever, and they're like hell-bent on airing it on local news. They're trying to get it to air on like Kentucky City local news, get New York involved. They're going down the legacy media route, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it because it's set in 2026. So it was really hard for me to suspend my disbelief on that. Like they're building up and there's all this tension and there's a lot of BS happening, and it's like you can kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's interesting enough. You know, it's entertaining enough. Like I'm rolling my eyes a little bit, but there is some fun stuff going on. But I just really struggle with the news part. They're like, oh, we're not going to drop it on the internet. We're going to do it through the local news station. And that just doesn't work for me because it's freaking 2026 and no one would believe that. Legacy media doesn't have any credibility anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everyone would think it's fake. And I was hoping that when they did the reveal of, you know, they finally, you know, sent all the footage of all the classic alien sighting stuff and the, you know, gray aliens, black guys, all that stuff. I was hoping that, like, we would see shots of people, like, in disbelief or, like, oh, I don't buy it. It's like, oh, this is AI, whatever, because it's 2026, you know? And then some amount of, like, undeniable evidence drops out of the sky. But there's a scene with a girl in some kind of fantasy place. For some reason, that shit looks like it's AI generated. No, I agree. The CGI, I know the scene, this is the scene. Right? It's like this, and then she walks out into the forest or something like that. Yeah, the CGI was not good. When it was just the camera, doing the camera stuff and running around and, you know, doing the Spielberg thing, that was when it was at its best. Emily Blunt, great performance. Cameras were doing great. The direction, generally speaking, was pretty good. This green screening is like, it's a fine green screen, but the environments just it looks like crap to me. I don't know. It's just not working for me personally. And again, the news thing, it wasn't working. I was just like, no way. I was hoping that someone would be like, oh, I don't buy it. But they show these shots of like everyone glued to their phone, like everyone's locked into this. And it's just like, no. I mean, we've been told this year alone, I think we've had like 3 or 4 alien reveals, right? So it's just like hard for me to buy into it. I wanted like some kind of disbelief. And then undeniable proof, you know, like a ship coming down or something. And then like everyone's like, oh, I don't believe it. And then they look up and then you see everyone videoing the same thing from a bunch of different angles. And then it's like, okay, I do believe this now. I do believe it. This Spielberg kid definitely been on the analog horror bandwagon. No, I wish. With the new stuff, no, the new stuff didn't feel like analog horror. It felt like, no, you're misunderstanding me, Ash. It's more like, I just wish this movie took place, people were saying the 90s. I don't even think you have to go back that far. You just gotta go pre-iPhone. It could dead ass be like post 9/11, pre-iPhone, 2005. Just set it in 2005. So that way you've got like a little bit of modern life, young people, and you've got a little bit of cell phone culture, and you know what I'm saying? You've got some of those elements that I think he was trying to include. I just don't think it would change the script enough that it's like, setting it in 2026 just didn't work for me. It just didn't work because there were just too many things where I was like, no way, man. And it ends up taking the air out of the story. But yeah, a lot of people liked it. It's a pretty divisive film. As a matter of fact, let's have a look-see at the, oh, Charlotte just wants her 2000s nostalgia. You know, maybe I do. Also, this movie's long as hell. It's like 2.5 hours. I haven't seen it, but isn't pre-9/11 alien movie? No, not pre-9/11, post 9/11, but pre-iPhone. That's what I want. Post 9/11, so that way you get the geopolitics and stuff, because that was something that was in the movie too, but objectively it would have worked in other time than modern day. Yeah, it's really just the information part. It's just the internet part really is not working for me. The high-speed Instagram reels, like, it just wouldn't work for me. Looking at the box office, 115 million budget, pretty big. Already grossed 92 million, and it's only the 15th. So I think that's not bad. It's definitely gonna make its money back, and it's divisive. So that means that people are gonna talk about it, and then people are gonna see it, and you know. Man, I wish He-Man had this type of motion. Did you see the He-Man movie? That looked like 40-year-old man slop. Should I see it? I have Movie Pass. It looked good. It looked like it had that Marvel sauce, you know? It looked like peak Marvel. It really did look like a peak Marvel vibe. Like the way the CGI looked and the presentation and it all looked good. But I just don't know that I'm into He-Man. But if you say it's saucy, then maybe I'll give it a watch. Reminded me of early Marvel. Okay, you might have sold me. You want way more than just a budget coup for a movie to be successful. I know, but Ash, it's been 2 days. It made 92 million in 2 days. It's gonna make its money back and then some. Like, it's gonna make its money back tomorrow. Do you get what I'm saying? It's been 2 days, Ash. They calling it Temu Thor Ragnarok. That's fine. Here's my review. I gave it 2 stars. I did not like it. But you know what? I actually did like it. I did it. I had a good time. 1, because I was hanging out with Caleb. It's always a good time hanging out with Caleb. And if I'm being honest, there were some parts I liked about it. So yeah, I liked it. But 2 stars. This did not work for me. Emily Blunt stole the show. I found the script pretty trite, generic, and woefully out of touch. Watching these characters desperately try to air a huge government secret about aliens, lol, amidst imminent nuclear catastrophe with North Korea, lol, just really was hard to buy in the present day, what with the rapid proliferation of high-speed internet communications and the violent death of the reputation of legacy media. Concept aside, there were so many odd plot holes and questionable motivations from all the different characters involved. The movie was at its best when Emily Blunt was interacting with and connecting with the different characters and ominously peeking into their stories with her wild new abilities. Otherwise, a huge slog and a snore. So that's my take on Disclosure Day. Ron hates my opinion. Ron's all like, oh, you just don't have joy in your heart. And I'm like, bro, shut the F up, man. Shut the F up. Genuinely, if this movie took place pre-Apple keynote, that's a 3-star movie. Maybe even a 4-star movie. That's like, it's just a weird choice. You know what I mean?